to be married, it's not about being in love with the person. To be married, you gotta be in love with marriage.
Okay.
I'm not in love with marriage. I can be because when you're in love with, like people are like, oh no, if you love a person, you'll marry them. No, you won't. That's putting too much pressure on that person.
Now let me go back to a couple of things. You have, last time you were here, you had 3 kids. Now you have 12.
12.
Potentially a 13th on the way.
That's the streets. See, that's what I'm talking about.
The streets keep saying that.
See? That's that low vibration. No, I got 12.
No, I want to give you gifts because we do give gifts on the show.
Don't be giving me no awards like you gave Hitman.
Listen, I would never disrespect you by giving you an award. Okay, so first, I'm gonna give you this one. This is one. I mean, not an award. This is a gift. These are flashcards.
Okay. Good.
With all your kids' names on.
I did. I f***ed up.
But
that Howard me up because first of all, he interrupted me as I was going in order.
Right.
And the funny thing is like, if you want God's honest truth, my beautiful daughter Onyx, that's probably the child that I spend the most time with.
Really?
I'm with her at least 3 times a week for the full day. But I don't put that out there in the media or social media.
Because it's not for them.
It's not for them.
Yeah.
I mean, but, Lanisha and I have a super strong understanding, and our co-parenting operation is so solid. But, if you see me on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays, my daughter is right next to me, whether I'm on set, whether it's just real talk because I got a nursery in my office. I'm literally gonna leave here to make sure that I can spend the most time with her. Now, not against all my other kids because all of my other kids, they're in school, they're babies, but that as well as Onyx. But the fact that I appreciate that Lanisha gives me the respect enough to allow me to have her, really is as equal amount of time that she does.
So last time you were here, you had 3 kids. You had the two.
You keep saying 3 kids. Now you got 12.
Because it's a journey. So you had the twins with Mariah. What does she think about all of the children?
She high frequency, man. She like, man, you high. She always asks me, you all right? How you doing? You handling it all? And then she's like, long as you don't bring none of that
over here
to the manner of Carrie. she lives in her own world. Nothing can infiltrate that. So when we talk daily, she just checking on my spirit, and she knows that a lot of that's the thing. I think there was a narrative out there that she was like seeking custody.
She's not even a person like that. Yeah.
But we was like at dinner the night before that. I was like, this happened that I don't know about that. But it's like people will create low frequency messages to try to say that there's something wrong. So she encourages me. She's like, yo, let's make sure we on the same page every day. So if comes up, we know that it ain't
like
true.
when you see her and Kim Kardashian TikTok and you start singing, why are you so obsessed? Because we all know you were laying the Kardashian. You were laying that thing in the Kardashian earlier. So when I saw the
I'm a pioneer, Jason.
By the way,
I am a pioneer.
By the way, we want to honor you with the Pioneer Award this year at my worship. But no, when you saw
no talent,
because I was somewhere watching you with Kevin. By the way, Kevin, what's his name from Entertainment Tonight?
Amazing. Kevin Frazier.
Kevin Frazier.
We got a new show coming out.
Kevin Frazier, I love you, but you're just as messy as I am, but a little classier, right?
Kevin is fearless.
Fearless.
I would put that Entertainment Tonight mic in your face and be like, so who are you having sex with?
Right.
Oh.
But I saw him doing the interview with you at the studio, and I'm like watching it, and I'm just watching you both play out about you responding, because I was waiting to see what your response was when I saw the TikTok. It was so nice.
It was dope. First of all, I knew that was happening, and then I think, to me, I find it brilliant because a little backstory in that, the song that they was TikToking to is a record that I produced with Mariah, and it was literally, like, if you listen to the lyrics of the record, I remember when we came up with it, it was literally about a man coming home that had been out all night cheating, and she's like, I'm finished with it, I'm done with it. And we wrote it, because we were married at the time, as a comical song. I was like, imagine if this happened. And she came up with all of the concepts and the it's a rap, really. So, and then that song went viral, became another #1. And the fact that Kim and Mariah and North and Monroe were all, I saw that as a beautiful moment. I just want to make sure my publishing checks is coming.
But I always thought we know Mariah's your soulmate. I think I saw somewhere recently that you said, or somebody said that.
Yeah, I mean, I always
you're
say,
going to end up finding your way back home.
So people want. I see that in the comments a lot, but then I'm like, no, stay away from her. We glad you gone, but like the idea is like I never experienced that level of love from anyone.
So why don't you go back and get it?
Because there's so many. First of all, that was over a decade ago, and we are like the best of friends now. I feel like with all of the madness and that I've accumulated, and I try to bring
social media. That's social media.
But I think it would be too difficult. One, I believe she's in a relationship and she's happy. I don't want to disturb that. But then at the same time, I feel like for our children, which is the best thing and the thing that we both focus on, this scenario is a lot healthier for all of us. Because if we were all up under one household, especially in the day and age that we live right now, I think the enemy would try to attack from a bunch of different ways. So the fact that we can have we have the income, the wherewithal, the time, and the energy to co-parent in such a beautiful way. And I have we didn't argue when we were married, but I have since we've been divorced, we've never had an argument.
Okay, so basically you said that once you figure it all out, y'all end up back together. That's what I'm gonna just go ahead and.
What's together? How are we not together? We might be together now.
You are together, I think, spiritually. I think through your kids.
Let me break this down for you too, because this is why I say I'll never get married again, and this is where I understand. So maybe you're
not never.
Never, because this is what people. If people always have to understand what happened in our life, it wasn't nothing crazy. So to be married, you don't have. It's not about being in love with the person. To be married, you got to be in love with marriage.
Okay.
I'm not in love with marriage. I can be because when you're in love with, like people are like, oh no, if you love a person, you'll marry them. No, you won't. That's putting too much pressure on that person because you're not getting into this solidified lifelong bond sanctioned by the government because of your love. You're doing it because society says you have to do that. So the idea of marriage is beautiful for people who are in love with marriage. That bond, that one-on-one, especially what I believe is beautiful is when people get it out the mud, grow from the bottom and build something amazing together. Those marriages are the type of marriages that the Bible speaks about that should be exalted. He who finds a wife finds a good thing, not he who finds some chick off OnlyFans. So it's like,
wait, don't OnlyFans shame. They're gonna go. They're gonna.
I know, but I'm talking about where you find them in their journey.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If I found you in high school, if I found you when we was in college together and we built, if I'm now successful and I go on your OnlyFans, you can't be my wife.
But you are both equally yoked. You're both super rich. You both are already bonded through your children. You can have a commitment ceremony.
That was the best process.
Yeah, right.
Like that was the best relationship I had ever been in because we were equally yoked, because I did find somebody that I didn't have to worry about trust. I didn't have to worry about somebody for my money. So that's why I speak of that so highly, but I don't desire it anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, in that sense, because she's moved on, I've moved on several times. So therefore now we can coexist the way that we do. But if I tried to recreate, like I'm a hopeless romantic, I call it a fearless romantic. If I try to recreate our love story that we had before, it'll never be as great as it was. We got to see it, we lived it, and in the grand scheme of things, these milliseconds that we operate in as molecules, we will be able to tell that story.
But after all the kids and all the different baby moms, do you feel desensitized to love at all?
To love, not to love, but to relationships, yes. I don't define relationships. That's why if you see how I operate now, and everyone has the opportunity to define it how they want to. I have no problem how any of the mothers of my children want to live their lives because I don't have time to bask in negativity. So whatever decisions you choose to make, I'm gonna support it from how you see it. But if not, like I said, every day, people probably gonna be in other relationships. I know every relationship I've been in, there's been a point where a woman has given up on me. So if anything, I feel like I don't want to give up on anybody else. So therefore, I'm gonna always be there for the people who love me.
So with these relationships, people tend to say, one of the double standards is the man can have all these girls and baby moms, but the women can't have other relationships.
The women can have all
So the mothers of your children can have relations with other men.
Absolutely. But then what that does for me, that allows me to see the playing field of how you value yourself. because that's a character decision. Because I know I'm working on myself. I know I got things I got to do. I got insecurities. I got ego issues. I got narcissistic ways that I.
You have narcissistic ways?
Absolutely. But I have empathy. I have empathy, and I don't have rage. So those are, when I did all the testing and stuff, the two things that probably make you the most dangerous and toxic narcissist is the rage and the ability to not feel.
So that's the Kanye.
Yeah. Well, you said it. I mean, but that. So I do have.
Wait, there's
that.
a narcissist test?
Yeah, it's a psychological test because there's a spectrum. They call it the.
My team telling me I need to take it.
Yeah,
Really?
it's like three. First, it starts up. The spectrum goes overconfident, which well, it's confidence, which we should all have. Then you get overly confident. Then you get egotistical, and then you get narcissistic. So, and then when you get to that space of narcissism, it could be very dangerous. And I definitely know I've swam in the deep end of that pool. You know what I mean? A lot of times I probably made very selfish decisions, especially because of my health. Like I just be like, I almost died, or I'm gonna try to stay alive. And so therefore I get to these spaces where I was like, I don't care what nobody say. I'm just trying to make sure I'm healthy enough and can't deal with nobody else. But you gotta be a little bit more compassionate and empathetic during the process because people love and care differently. So I'm learning. I say all of that to say I'm learning that. So therefore, I know the character that I got to work on. But so dealing with the mothers of my children, as difficult as it may be to be involved with me, when they make certain choices, I'm like, oh, she just revealed herself.